Так, ну что, продолжаем пытаться переместиться в институт. Я тут пересобрал немножко схему. Теперь должно все заработать. Сейчас сначала поговорим со Стурджесом. Давай уже, погнали. А то мы и так тут долго задержались уже. Да не вопрос, сейчас встанем на платформу. Ну чё, стали? Вроде нормально. Давай, запускай шарманку.
I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
А как же Пайпер? Чё случилось?
Yeah, we better hurry.
Шланг оторвался. Он там для красоты, да? Ну понятно.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And got it. Hold on to your butt.
Погнали. Тудум. Чё, все, мы в институте? Мы поступили? Отлично, это что такое? Что-то непонятное. А здесь никого. Пусто. Так, ладно, выходим. Вы не можете снять броню здесь. Это еще почему? Это что у нас? Компьютерный терминал использовать. Давай посмотрим. Открыть журнал доступа. Ну ёб твою мать, откройся. Ошибка, сигнал, проверка. Загрузить голозапись. А чё она не загружается? А, вот здесь нужно. Давай загружаем. Пиф-паф. Ой-ой-ой. Вирус, голозапись Джейка. Данные с чипа охотника. Марти. А чё загрузить-то надо? Пиф-паф, ой-ой-ой, вирус. Запустить сканирование сети. Отдать голографические записи Стурджесу. Сканирование завершено. Отлично. Все, тогда выходим. Понятно, ладно. Так, вирус запустили, все отлично. Здесь у нас чего? Тут вообще ничего нету. Чудо-клей, зубная паста. Эй, народ, кто-нибудь.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Отец. Находчивости тебе не отнять. Меня называют отец, я руковожу деятельностью института. А где ты есть-то,
I know why you're here.
Откуда ты знаешь?
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Вот сюда? Окей. Заходим. А вы меня бить не будете? Нет доступа. Бастет. Тук-тук. Заходим. Чирик. Закрылась. Поехали.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Ух тышка. Ничего себе.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
Да наверху там ситуация вообще жопа.
You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
Да, мне нужен мой
You are
сын.
here for your son.
Где мой сын? Опять лифт. Теперь вверх. Чё за тупизм? Почему все так трясется? Чё за пацан? В инкубаторе сидит. Гаечный ключ. Аппликатор. Оттоскоп. Пинцет. Эй, малой. Ты кто? Ты там жив? Шон? Мы нашли Шона.
Sean.
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Это хороший вопрос. В этой железяке он нас не узнал, да? Амьодель.
Sean. It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Эти ублюдки. Сраные.
Those bastards. They took you from me.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Да он вообще не одупляется, чё к чему.
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Да это я, отец, какой-то
Who is
отец
Father?
зовешь.
Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Кто там идет? Отец? Ты отец. А ну иди, я тебя втащу.
S923, recall
Что это
code
за цифры? Я не знаю, о чем ты.
Cirrus.
Ну и чё?
Fascinating, but disappointing.
А, он пацана вырубил.
The
Так
child's
это не Шон.
responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
А, так это
We're only
Синт.
just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional
Я тебя
stimuli.
вдвойне хочу втащить.
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional.
Я вот сейчас
Your
выйду, и
journey
вообще
here has been fraught with
начнется страшное.
Let's start anew.
Ах ты урод.
I am father. Welcome to the Institute.
Отец. Чё ты несешь?
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Where's my son?
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize
Они,
that
значит, из
this
него понаделали.
situation is far more
Синтов.
complicated than you could have imagined. You
А
have
чё же в нем
traveled
такого
very far.
особенного в Шоне, что они именно из него делают, этих роботов?
Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean.
Что?
I am your son.
Чего?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality.
Вон оно чё, Михалыч.
Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Логично. Ну, да, в принципе.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it?
Вот почему я же спрашивал.
At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, full...
Это вообще не ответ, почему именно ты. Я вообще не понимаю. Им был нужен материал для экспериментов. Кажется, я понимаю. Люди синты.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111.
Ага, ну теперь понятно.
Frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics. I am their father. Through science, we are family.
Ты все это время был здесь, я тебе не верю. Это правда ты. Столько времени.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please.
Твоя мама, институт, Келлог. Хватит.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Сопутствующий ущерб. Да, расходный материал.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were.
Right.
With old age comes regret. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Да даже не знаю. Вискарика принеси, что ли.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
Ты его использовал?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became, I won't lie, It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting... What else can I say? To ease your mind.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. The Institute. It's important.
Что ты им сделал? Они боятся тебя, неважно.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. I've been a part of something amazing here. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. The Institute can provide a better life. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like.
Заманчивое предложение.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all...
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Ну чё, поверим нашему отцу, блядь, сыну. Может и правда все не так уж плохо.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine.
Ну если что, мы его потом
Meet the people you'll be
порежем.
working with. You want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been...
Короче, нужно снова познакомиться с персоналом института, да? Со всеми учителями. Так. Ну что ж. Неожиданно, неожиданно. Оказывается, сын уже отец. Так, стеклянная круглая ваза, глобус, вино. Я вот не знаю, бегать в костюме или нет. Или может его где-нибудь оставить. Но я сейчас его оставлю, потом потеряю. Так, смотрим. Так, это мы уже выполнили. Это подземка, вот. Встретиться с руководителями отделений. Это что такое за комната? Какие-то... О, стоять. Что-то я... А, папка. Какие-то современные розетки у них тут. Или что это? Или это не розетки, непонятно. О! Здрасте. Тут ругаются пацаны. О, это переговорная. Чё у вас тут, пацаны, не поделили? Лоренс Хикс, а это Синт. Чё, он тебе не нравится?
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
Не, братан, ты ошибаешься. Вот это я и хотел сказать.
Not on the scale I'm talking about. But I can see you're having a joke at my expense. Your heart, in any case, I suppose. Perhaps a fresh perspective. Don't make excuses.
Ладно, все с тобой ясно.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
А вот
Welcome
охотник.
to the Institute, sir.
О, меня уже сэром называют. Нормально. Растем. Так, тут нахрен заблудишься в этом институте. Где тут кто? Так, ну вот это где-то кто-то внизу. Ну-ка, давай попробуем вот здесь спуститься. По-моему, мы не в ту сторону опять пошли. А может и в ту. Чё? Дин, ты кто такой? Не, ну с тобой нам не надо вроде как разговаривать. Ага, вот одного кого-то нашли. Отдел высших систем.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Мэдисон Ли.
Excuse me, doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're here then.
Там у меня был выбор.
I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Какого рода работа, это оскорбление, мне здесь не рады. Пожаловаться.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want in this case is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Вот это неплохо.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is some... In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only... If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get...
Пока сойдет.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
До свидания. Идем дальше.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunky baby.
Так, а что если мне вот здесь сейчас прям по центру раздеться? Вот так. И побегать немножко без брони, не тратив энергию. Элли Филмор.
Hi, Doc.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. If you don't mind my asking, what was it?
Нежелание умирать, найти сына, отомстить за убийство жены.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division. As you might guess,
Давай
we
так
keep the
по-быстрому.
Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it... There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Да, конечно, я с вами участвую. В чем? Не так быстро. А давай-ка спросим.
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, and at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division?
Кто все это построил? Кстати, да.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and build increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new... Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Через сотню лет тут будет токийское метро. Вот что тут будет, если вы роете под землю. Так, ладно. Следующий, кто у нас тут? О, тут растения выращивают, да? Это садоводы.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holden, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Ну-ка, покажи-ка.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Гориллы не настоящие.
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages. But the
Sure.
I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also, in any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care then.
Все понятно. Идем дальше. И остается у нас последний преподаватель.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Спасибо. Вы очень любезны.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Pardon me, sir.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Что за проблема? Говори.
There's enough friction as it is between us
Here
and
you
pretty
are.
much all the other
Justin Ayo,
departments.
acting director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Блин, все равно не получится вот это вот. Смысла нет, посмотрим.
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Синты от вас даже
Why would
бегут.
synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping, that matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Да пристрелит как собаку, да и все. Что там справляться с ним?
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Чё он меня спросил? Процедура возврата.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, all too often we're unable to repair the damage and are forced.
Ясно. Отлично, все, познакомились со всеми врачами, докторами наук в институте. И теперь, походу, первое задание от отца будет притащить обратно какого-то сбежавшего синта. Судя по всему. Так, батя где-то наверху, вот там, да?
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
Ну, ничего, так нормально. Ничего особенного. Но для текущей ситуации пойдет. Выбраться на поверхность. Потрясающе не впечатляет.
I've seen my share of think tank science labs.
Oh, I assure you, none of them were quite like this place. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be the superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will.
Right. If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they...
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our... When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what a rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes, under his leadership, the Raiders have taken... I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like...
It might not want to talk. It would be safer just...
That would be a terrible waste of a val. If at all possible, that synth should be returned. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Good to see you.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you got.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.